All right, hi, my name's Steve, business partner Austin. Today we're going to talk about how to close a deal without being pushy. So now you've got your agency going, you've hopefully gotten some yeses and you've certainly got some no's. So we're going to look into the no's, see if we can help with those. So if you've sent a proposal and you feel maybe awkward about following up, or you get freeze on a sales call, you didn't want to sound like a used car salesman, I don't blame you. But this video is for you. We're going to try to make this easier. This is for new agency owners who hate selling, which is probably most of us, although we're marketers. For service providers who lose deals after a great discovery call. And for anyone who's ever got the dreaded, I'll think about it, coming back, and then while they're thinking, you never ever contact them again. They never contact you. So, pushy closing is synonymous and a symptom of broken process. So the process didn't work. So now you're kind of desperate and you've become pushy. You don't want that to happen. How can we avoid that? Well, having struggled with the close a lot of times comes down to one of these three things. You're talking to the wrong person. So you're not talking to the decision maker. They do have to take it back to somebody. And a lot of times lost in that conversation is what you said. You didn't uncover the pain point, or the prospect doesn't see enough value in you yet. So we've got a 4-step process to help avoid that. And let's look at Wyoming, Michigan lawyers. And I'm going to see if I can find anything that stands out to me as far as people that have the wrong category. And Avante not only has a 4.1, but he's got law firm there. And let's look at his website. Let's see what we can do for Avante. So he's got Grand Rapids in there. I guess that must be close to Wyoming, Michigan. I'll buy that. He does have a call to action. Let's see if that works. Okay, the call to action makes you come to another page, and now you got to fill some stuff out. So that's weak, but at least he's got something there. Practice areas: immigration, criminal law, civil, family, employment, personal injury. What is Mr. Avante missing? Assuming this is a Mr., may well be a Mrs., but Avante Law Group is missing all of that. They've got law firm listed. That is it. A huge, crucial, big mistake. Avante is losing so much business by doing that. Let's go back to Mr. Avante and let's see what his team looks like. We got Robert, Raquel, Megan, Amy, Victor, and Alicia. Let's look at his Google Business profile, see what kind of pictures we got. If you run a law firm, by the way, you want to get your pictures in here. If I'm going to hire a law firm, I kind of want to see the people behind this business. And when I go to Google Business profile, I get like a place to park, possibly.
That's street view.
Street view. Okay, I get a outside view of it. We get an inside view. So if I'm worried Avante Law maybe is not right for me, and I don't see the picture of the people in there, I am not very motivated to go there. Let's see if I go to their website. Hopefully they got a picture of all these people. At least they've got it here. So at least we know there's some people behind it. But if you're really trying to find somebody on the fly, are you going to go through all that work to find out what you're looking for? I'll answer right now, you're not. So the Avante's lost my business here. And what is one customer worth to a place that does this kind of stuff? Well, we saw personal injury on there. I forgot all the rest, but personal injury, I mean, you can make easily 6 figures every case. So if I'm charging $1,500 a month and I bring them in one customer, I've done my job. I've been way worth it. If I can bring them in two, they've are pouring in the money over my work. So when you're working as an agency, if you work with these kind of customers, definitely every one that you get is worth a boatload of money to you. So remember that and tie that in. So and the reason I bring this up is because Austin's going to talk to you about the non-pushy close. But one great way of being non-pushy is by asking them specifically, how much is a client worth? And they may be hesitant to tell you, they may not. What if they say it's 6,000? And you say, well, I can almost guarantee that you're going to get at least one new client, if not 2 or 3 every single month from working with us. So I'm going to charge you $1,500 a month. Your average client's worth 6,000. Even if you paid me for 4 months and we got 1, you're breaking even. If you got 2, you've done way better. And that's just over that span. So you lay it out like that, and it's a soft close right off the bat. I'm going to turn it over to Austin here. He's going to give you the 4 steps on how to close these people. And maybe I'll jump in at the end, but you got the idea how you can do it yourself if you lay out your worth compared to what a customer's worth for each company, and you're golden with what you're going to be charging.
So step 1, ask better discovery questions. Don't pitch until you understand their problem. Ask things like, what's the biggest challenge you're facing when getting new customers right now? What have you tried before and why didn't it work? What would it mean for your business if that problem was solved? And let them sell themselves on needing help. Step 2, connect your solution to their specific plan. So don't recite your services, mirror their words back. Oh, you mentioned you're invisible in Google and losing customers to competitors down the street. Here's how we fix that, because that feels helpful and not salesy. Step 3, handle hesitation before it becomes objection. Most prospects won't tell you why they're stalling. Get ahead of it. A lot of business owners I talk to are wondering at this point whether this will actually work for their specific type of business. Is this something on your mind? Opening the door yourself takes pressure off both sides. And there's the soft close. So instead of, are you ready to move forward? Try, based on everything we've talked about, does this feel like the right direction for your business? Or what would need to be true for this to feel like a clear yes for you? He's invited a decision without demanding one. The follow-up that doesn't feel desperate. If they don't decide on the call, most people will either ghost or over-follow up. Do neither. Send one follow-up email within 24 hours. Recap what you discussed. Restate the outcome they told you they want. Give them one clear next step. Then follow up once more 5 to 7 days later. After that, move on. Scarcity without desperation. I'd rather lose a deal with my dignity intact than win one by being annoying. Yeah.
And Austin summed that up very good. He explained how to avoid it, and I tried to explain how to not even have to close very much by laying out your value. And if you can find out what a customer's worth to these people, and you're charging under that price, you can get them 1 client a month at least. I mean, you should be able to do much better than that. But that's basically it. You don't have to be a used car salesman, a snake oil guy, none of that. You can just be yourself. You can lay it out. Oftentimes, we don't even do the second follow-up. So we give them the offer, and we give them one more email 24 hours later, showing our worth. And if they're not interested at that point, we're okay with that. We go on because we have to get what we're worth. If we don't get what we're worth, we'll be working way too hard. It turns into a job instead of a business. So we need our business, and we need this to become very, very successful. The only way to do that, I suggest starting small. Your first few clients, give them a great deal, build up your work, get your own confidence, and then go big. You need to start averaging $1,000 a month for doing the work you're going to be doing. And I'm going to lay that out right now, what I would expect that to be. I know this is going longer than we probably expected, but Google Business Profile, I would post every business day for them. Make sure you got the hours, get the descriptions, get the categories and subcategories perfect. Facebook, do at least 4 per week, and make sure that that you're getting it out there, and do whatever you can do to make it so that people get their eyes on it. Sometimes with new clients, nobody's looking at it, but that's okay. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Get your keywords in there. Do all these things, and you will get success. You will have success, and we're not going to barter on price. If I talked to the Avante Law Group and I told them 1,500, they came back to me and said, I can find somebody to do it for 800. You know what I'm going to say? Go ahead. We've had clients that did that, and then they come back to us when things don't work out. But I'm going to recommend they go ahead and take that 800, because we're going to go a different direction as well. And we're going to find clients that do value our service for what we're charging. So he's going to go his way, we're going to go our way, and it works for both. Thanks for watching. Please keep this business mentality as you go through this, because you need to make this work for yourself. You need to get to those figures. You get 10 clients at 1,000, and you're doing great. That's everybody's goal in life. And of course, you can keep growing. As you grow, feel free to hire some people to do some of the menial work for you, which you can get for very cheap, on those Upwork type sites, stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you tomorrow.